What's up, movie people? So today we watched Time Bandit. This is an old movie. It's like 1981, directed by Terri Gilliam. If you don't know Terri Gilliam off the top of your head, he did Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. He also did Heath Ledger's last movie, The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. Good director, solid with his visual work. He was also the Monty Python dude. If you like the Monty Python movies, you'll probably like this movie, just saying. So it starts off, we see this boy and living with his parents. He's like 10, 12 years old, and his parents kind of suck, kind of dicks, honestly. His parents are more concerned with the newest, latest technology and could care less about what their kid's doing. The kid wakes up one night to these dwarves who broke into his room. They have this map that lets them jump through time portals and stuff, and they stole this map from this thing called the Supreme Being, and they had the idea to pretty much use this map so they can go to different time periods and steal treasure from all these different places. At first he's hesitant to go, but he ends up going with them. And the first place that these guys end up going is to see Napoleon, and they're having dinner with him, and Napoleon passes out and they steal all his gold. They end up going through another portal where they meet these thieves who rob people and stuff, and they go chase after them, and the thieves end up taking them in and bring them to their camp where they meet their leader, and their leader is Robin Hood. Robin Hood is really cool because he's played by John Cleese, and of course John Cleese is funny as hell. If you don't know John Cleese, you've never seen Rat Race, Monty Python, Fish Called Wanda. He did great in all those. This guy is funny as hell. He's really nice where all the thieves are really mean. There's a good scene. He goes and talks to the dwarves. He's like, oh, good job, you stole this. Nice to meet you, nice to meet you. Everybody would be so happy, and the dwarves are confused. They realize that he's going to take their stuff and give it to the poor, and they don't really fight it, but John Cleese starts giving the poor their gold and stuff, giving it away, and they're all in a line, and every time that John Cleese gives them something, one of the thieves behind him punches the person in the face. They do that about 2 or 3 times, and John Cleese is like, is that really necessary? And the guy says, yes, it's completely necessary. So the dwarves get mad that their gold's all gone, so they leave, and they're pissed off. John Cleese is waving at them saying, oh, what wonderful people, great people. And as soon as they're gone out of earshot, he's like, what horrible, horrible people. And he goes back into his tent. The next one, they get time warped again, but it's just the kid gets time warped, and he goes and meets Agamemnon, who's fighting a minotaur all by himself, and he ends up helping Agamemnon kill this minotaur. We don't know who Agamemnon is, and then he takes off his mask, and it's motherfucking Sean Connery. I didn't expect that at all. That made the movie twice as good. So Sean Connery takes the kid in and treats him pretty much like his son, which is pretty much all this kid has ever wanted his whole life. Then the dwarves come, and they come there to rescue him, but then he doesn't want to be rescued, but it's too late. They pretty much force him to come with them. Well, they steal a good amount of his gold and leave, and you see Agamemnon there all mad and pissed off once they're gone. Then they go on. This just keeps happening. They have like 2 or 3 more after that, and this whole time these guys are being traced by the Supreme Being, but also Evil. I don't know what Evil's name is in the movie, I can't remember, but Evil wants the map too, just so create the world in his image instead. Evil ends up getting a hold of him and tricking him and taking the map from him, and then there's this big showdown of all these guys trying to fight Evil, and Evil kicks every one of their asses, and then finally he's about to unleash his ultimate evil when he's turning into stone, and we don't know what happens, and then you see the smoke come from the Supreme Being, and a guy pops down in a suit, and the Supreme Being comes down and tells him, you pick up all that, that's all pure evil. If you touch it, God knows what'll happen to you. And the dwarves apologize, saying they're sorry they stole the map and all that stuff. And he's like, stole it? He's like, I let you take it. He's like, it was a test or whatever, however that goes. They send Kevin back into his present, and his house is on fire, and some firefighters come in and knock down the door and pull him out and save him. They take him outside, and his parents don't even seem worried about him. They just arguing about a blender and a toaster being in there and how they could have saved that, and it was ridiculous. Kind of pissed you off, and you realize the firefighter is actually Sean Connery, which is cool. He was back again. So the kid's sitting there listening to his parents argue about stupid material possessions when he could have died, and the firefighter comes out and brings them a toaster oven, and they open it up and they see this rock, which is ultimate evil, and he tells his parents, don't touch it. So of course the parents touch it and they blow up, and that's pretty much the end of the movie. This movie is not bad. I'd say I was really surprised. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but once I started watching it, I saw characters I knew, and the story was pretty solid. It was old, so what do you expect from the graphics? But great story to this. Great actors all around in this movie. Surprised I'd never heard of it before, so this is one pick that I'm really glad that we did do, and I watched it and I really liked it. So subscribe, give it a favorite if you guys really like this video. Definitely comment though. I want to know your guys' opinions on it. I want to know if you guys liked it, if you guys were surprised as I was. Let me know. That's pretty much it. I would say watch this movie. It's fantastic. Great story, great characters, and we'll see what we do next week.